What's up, guys? Brad Thomas here with Vaughn Dalzell, and we are betting big with BetMGM. That's right. We're betting every game in the Big Ten this week. It's a little more challenging without Michigan on the slate for our auto fade of their opposition. V-Money, go ahead and give me your first pick.
Let's kick it off with Indiana at Penn State. The Nittany Lions are laying 32, Brad, but we have to remember up until last week when they lost and did not cover against Ohio State, they were undefeated against the spread this season, all as favorites. So I don't hate this spot for Penn State in general. This is Indiana offense who we love to make fun of, and they're not moving the ball very well. So Penn State minus 32, 32.5 is not a bad bet, but Indiana's team total, Brad, is 6.5. The last time they went to Beaver Stadium, they were held scoreless. Oof. Penn State held Iowa, UMass scoreless, and held Delaware to 7. So I also like the Indiana team total under 6.5 since Michigan's not playing. What say you?
Man, before I get to my game, I have to say this. Everyone says James Franklin is overrated. However, he wins every game. He's a favorite, and he does lose the tough ones. But that doesn't make you overrated. That makes you a coach that wins when you're supposed to win. So I'm going to talk about Ohio State at Wisconsin. Actually, scratch that. I want to go to Maryland at Northwestern. Why? Because Maryland's coming off a bye week. They're also coming off a very bad performance against the Fighting Illini the week before that. What does that sound like? Bounce back. Much like your Pittsburgh Steelers, they're going to bounce back with a win and a win in style. I like their team total over 30.5 points. We know Illinois doesn't play any defense, and we know Maryland wants to right the ship of their wrongs. So go ahead and give me the Terrapins over 30.5 total points.
Yeah, I'm with you in the same boat here. I like Maryland on the spread, though, minus a 13.5 up to 14. I think the Terps could roll in this game. You look at the offenses here in this matchup with the Wildcats, they don't match up at all when it comes to Maryland's pace, their tempo, and their style of play. So Maryland coming off those two losses, like you said, to Ohio State, Illinois. They get the big bye week. This is a team that will finish in the top 5 of the Big Ten. So this is the spot where they get right, Brad. Who else is going to get right this week?
Man, this is a tough one. I'm going to need your help on this one, the Minnesota game, because I'm scratching my head. I feel like an under might be in play, but you're the under king, so I need to hear it.
Yeah, this is actually the only way I could approach this game. I mean, we're talking about two offenses who rank 93rd and 96th in offensive third down percentage. Okay, then you got Michigan State, who actually has a really good third down defense, ranking 13th in the country. That actually dropped after the Michigan game, of course. And then you got Minnesota, which is 42nd in red zone defense. So all across the board, Brad, you got good defenses that can keep each other off the field, get each other off the field early, and the two offenses leaves a lot of questions. So, yeah, I lean the under 40.5 here.
Yeah, it's probably a strong lean for me. Listen, Purdue at Nebraska. I know for sure that Hardenberg's going to run for, 100 yards? I probably mispronounced his name, but I don't care. He's going to turn into Michael Vick for the Cornhuskers. Do you have a play on the side of the total in this?
Yeah, I think he's definitely a dual threat quarterback. He's filled in pretty nicely for Jeff Sims after that injury early in the season. But I want to talk about Matt Rule, Brad. He is 4-3 this season, 2-2 in conference play. If they win here, he has a winning record, which is a mini success at the halfway mark. But I'm going to tell you this. Purdue can win this game. All right, Purdue is coming off a bye week. They had tough games against Iowa and Ohio State, so you know they want to turn their season around with only 2 wins this year. And they've actually won 4 of the last 5 meetings against Nebraska and the last 2 at Nebraska. So after watching them struggle against Northwestern and covering that spread for me, shout out to the Wildcats, 3 physical games for North Nebraska here. I think Purdue gets them, Brad. So I'd sprinkle the money line. They're going to be on our Saturday show, baby.
Oof. Matt Rule has done excellent. Probably the best first-time coach at this program. Not first time, but you know what I mean, new head coach and out of the last 6. So kudos to him. But let's talk about the game of the week. And why I say the game of the week is because it is my best bet. Ohio State at Wisconsin. Are you thinking to yourself, is Brad going to bet the letdown spot for the Ohio State Buckeyes? No, they are battle-tested. Notre Dame. Now they've knocked off Penn State. Now they're going to knock off Wisconsin, but I actually like Wisconsin's team total under 14.5. Wisconsin, they did me right to my bankroll and they beat Illinois. But listen, this is not Illinois, and they're not going to have Braylon Allen run the ball 29 times for 145 carries against this Buckeye stout stout defensive line. When I was watching the Buckeyes on the field level, listen, I'm a big, hefty dude. I'm 6 foot, 225 pounds, a full plate of beef. And these linemen made me look like a little boy. Best defense that we've seen from this Ohio State Buckeyes team in quite some time. So yeah, this is a no-brainer for me. Wisconsin team total under 14.5 points.
And I'll say this, Brad, because I love my team total unders. When I looked at the numbers, Wisconsin scored 21 or more points in 4 of the last 5 meetings versus Ohio State. With a backup quarterback here in Ohio State having their eyes on the prize after beating Penn State, I do like your play here, and I actually lean the exact same way.
Yes.
So let's cash on Saturday, my friend. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's cash on Saturday. And anybody checking us out right now, check us out Saturday, 11 a.m. on the NBC Sports YouTube channel to cash all these tickets with us. For Vaughn Dalzell, I'm Brad Thomas, and we're betting big.